If Clair Obscur Expedition 33 has any real competition for Game of the Year in 2025, then we will have had an incredible year for new games in 2025. From the graphics, sound and music, to the story, gameplay, and acting, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is one of the most impressive and impactful games I have played in the better part of 20 years. If you have not played Clair Obscur Expedition 33, I implore you, close this video, load up a Game Pass equipped device and experience an instant classic, the nearly perfect Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I am GreyDay. I play games. This is GreyDayGames. At the time of writing, it's been about 5 days since I completed Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and I can find neither motivation nor joy in playing anything else. Games I had been enjoying prior to my 35-hour playthrough of the inevitable RPG of the year now seem uninspired and lifeless. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is such a great game, it has fundamentally shifted how I look at modern gaming. Also, it has left me a bit melancholic as I just don't know how long it will be until we once again see such an incredibly well-made game. Starting with the presentation. The game is gorgeous both on current-gen consoles and PC, getting good use out of Unreal Engine 5's toolset. With Lumen providing beautiful lighting and shadows and Nanite making ground-level pop-in nearly non-existent, we see all of the goodies offered by UE5 without an abundance of the dreaded UE hitching. The creativity on display in Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is next level. Each of the biomes presented throughout the game are unique, creative, otherworldly. They each inspire a need to look around to take in just how awesome they are. With the exception of the easily overlooked wonky walking animations, especially early in the game, and the often terrible lip sync, the characters in the game are incredibly detailed, well animated, and really lend to the immersion of the game. The characters are so well animated that, at some point, the bad lip sync seemed to disappear. The animations of both enemies and player attacks during the fight sequences are all extremely effective. The on-screen chaos during those frantic turn-based battles is an intended distraction that is only rarely so obstructive that it seems unfair. While the game looks great, the sound? I'll simply say this. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 will win Best Score and Music at any and every 2025 Game Awards show. The music is so varied, so creative, so energizing, so good. I never found a song out of place, and each new song introduced was a moment of excitement. I was actually pumped up on this music. Also noteworthy is the voice acting. Everyone knows that Clair Obscur Expedition 33 cast Marvel's Daredevil actor Charlie Cox, and writing this review, I learned that a character I shall not name is voiced by none other than Gollum himself, Andy Serkis. But when it comes down to the complete ensemble, the acting in Clair Obscur is really good. The character's emotions never felt forced, and I can't remember any involuntary eye rolls throughout the game, which I feel, in part, is due to the incredible writing. I can't express how refreshing it is to have a story told to me in an adult way. The story in Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is dramatic. There's some comic relief. You come to care about the characters and their relationships with one another. When it comes to the story, there are likely to be plenty who feel it, for one reason or another, to be the weak link in the Clair Obscur chain. While the overarching story can be predictable in places and cliché in others, I found the cringeworthy moments minuscule, the non sequitur stomachable, and the foibles few. The weaknesses in the main story are supplemented by the awesome relationship building, which again is due not only to the great voice acting, but the extremely serviceable, or in today's standards, exemplary, conversational dialogue writing. When it comes to the story, I needed to know what happened next, hence my diminished playtime. I wanted to explore, I wanted to get more gear, but the draw to push forward and find out the next story beat outweighed everything else. In the end, the writing in Clair Obscur Expedition 33 elicited from me nearly every emotion, and on more than one occasion. The good news is, the only time frustration showed its head during my time on the expedition is during the combat. Don't get me wrong, the combat in Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is incredible. The frustration comes from the fact that, unlike a lot of modern turn-based RPGs, the combat in Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is actually challenging. With most turn-based RPGs, it's just a matter of time before the player figures it out. In Clair Obscur Expedition 33, you have not only to understand the mechanics, but then you have to execute the perfectly timed button presses to really stand tall against the enemy combatants. Having completed the game on the challenging default Expeditioner difficulty, I'm glad to report that the story mode manages to be far more approachable by those not wanting to fight each battle from the edge of their seat. Story mode in Clair Obscur Expedition 33 will certainly make the game easier, but it does so without losing the charm and excitement of the combat system. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 provided, for me, an experience I had not had since I was a 15-year-old kid spending every minute of his free time exploring and fighting in the newly released Final Fantasy VII. That's right, I'm old. Shut up. Much like the original Final Fantasy VII, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 combines the best pieces from the best turn-based RPGs while avoiding nearly every pitfall of the turn-based RPG genre. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 has ruined other games for me. I can't stop thinking about it. This review has been an absolute test in self-restraint, as all I want to do is continue my New Game Plus run. Oh yeah, New Game Plus offers increased difficulty, new gear, and is exactly what you want out of a New Game Plus, because of course it is. This company actually cares about what we want. It's amazing. I gotta pinch myself sometimes. Oh yeah, not to mention, it was there at release too. There was no patch for New Game Plus. They just included it because Sandfall Interactive actually was thinking about what gamers want. Final verdict. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a game finally made for gamers, not shareholders. Its only blemishes come in the form of forgettable graphic imperfections, none of which matter once you're buckled in for the ride. Enjoy this one. We likely won't see another like it for a long time to come. 9.5. I am GreyDay. I play games. This is Grey.